Hey guys, it's your boy LOZA. Today we're looking at the Eye of Timaeus Ghost Rare, which has been pseudo-leaked / announced. Now none of this is confirmed yet, and another thing is, if you guys could go over and subscribe to Yugioh right here, that would be amazing. He is the guy who made the song you're listening to right now, and he's a great pal of mine. So please go over, he's close to 1k subs, hit that subscribe. He's got a bunch of Halo, a bunch of Skyrim, he's even got Pokemon music covers, like, he just has so much cool shit, guys. Go check him out, or at least just drop him a cheeky subscribe. And if you do like the new song, let me know down in the comments, because Yugioh is the one who made it, and I'm sure he'd love to hear that you guys like it too. So yeah, thank you for listening to the new announcement. Let's get on with the video. Yes, people were speculating, is this an errata of Eye of Timaeus? Well, I'm here to tell you that we've been analyzing it. When I say we, I mean me and the Dark Magician boys. We've been analyzing this refined image that we made, and we still cannot really see a difference. We can almost confirm that the text still says Dark Magician Monster. So if this was a case of Konami errataing Eye of Timaeus, it seems like a fever dream, if you get what I'm saying. Like, it just doesn't seem real. I don't think they would go through the effort of giving us Monster Timaeus. Like, why would they bother if they were just going to errata Eye of Timaeus a set later? So, I know people want to be optimistic and say, oh my god, guys, Eye of Timaeus might be playable, but I just don't think it will. I'm really sorry. I just don't want to give you guys false information, and I do believe that Eye of Timaeus will stay unsearchable forever. It's been that way since the dawn of time, and I don't think Konami would change it anytime soon. Especially because they just gave us this card. Like, this card's bad, by the way. For anyone who hasn't got the memo, this card freaking sucks. Yeah, I know some people like it, but look, unfortunately, it's just not that good. It takes up too many resources, and it loses to Effect Veiler, Ghost Ogre, Imperm, Gambler. Yeah, I said Ghost Ogre because if you think about it, when you use the effect, if they chain Ghost Ogre, your dragon goes to the bin. Sure, the effect still resolves to Fusion Summon. You can no longer use him as a dragon, so sure. Ghost Ogre even can stop Timaeus, which is freaking dumb. The fact that it fuses on field is really silly, or they should have just said that it can't be responded to. Like, that would have made this card really cool, and similar to that of Albaz, where Albaz can super poly and, well, he can be responded to actually, so yeah, it's dumb. But the point is, he could have been a lot better. He could have been a level 7. He could have been a dark instead of a light. Like, there's just so many things he could have been. I know he's like Timaeus. He's meant to be a heavenly dragon and whatnot. Part of the Waking the Dragon season of Yugioh, where he's meant to be one of the 3 gods, basically, with the other 2 dragons. But, like, they could have just made him a dark for the sake of Dark Magician. Or at least made him a level 7, it doesn't really make sense to me. I understand that a dragon doesn't really fit into the Spellcaster Dark Magician archetype at all, but they could have tried, is what I'm saying. They could have tried to mesh it in nicely. Instead, they've just gone, here's a level 8 dragon. Yeah, it's pretty much your Blue Eyes, except way worse. Enjoy. Oh yeah, I just realized that the Legendary Knight Timaeus has the exact same stats as Timaeus. And they're both level 8 lights, so I guess that's part of where it comes from. I wonder if the other dragons are going to get dragon forms instead of just knight forms. Probably not, but maybe. And wow, this is my first test hand, and it's actually really good. I'm sure you can see the line of play, right? It's just going to be prep, get Illusion of Chaos. Illusion of Chaos is going to grab Magician Souls. We're probably just going to put back the Illusion of Chaos. We're going to go for... Do we go for Magician Souls or Circle first? I don't think it really matters. Oh, we know one of the cards, so I guess you probably don't. I should have just drawn these 3. It would have been way quicker. Oh, yo! Yo! Remember, Eye of Timaeus is searchable, so we can do this. Normally you would not. I'm not trying to tell people it's searchable. Just gonna clarify if anyone skipped ahead in this video and they're like, what the hell? So yeah, of course, in this case, that is a searchable Eye of Timaeus. But yeah, just had to clarify like 7 times, because I know I'm going to get comments still being like, but Eye of Timaeus is unsearchable. Ah! Alright, we are going to Magician Souls and actually summon the Dark Magician here, and I think it's time to flop out the Eye of Timaeus. And honestly, in a scenario like this, it's gotta be summon Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight, set Eternal Soul Pass. Because think about it, on the opponent's turn, right, we swap turn over, we've got the Eternal Soul come and summon your boy DM, trigger the circle, unga bunga, banish their shit. They're going to try to do other shit, you're going to drop this. And at the end of the day, if they try to do too much, you can just flop the Nibiru down, right? You don't care if you tribute your whole board. And then the turn will come back to you, and you can just be like, Ungeth Bungeth, here comes the Dark Magician Dragon Knight. Like, it's great. I have Timaeus searchable, Konami. Alright, let's look at the second hand. This is always interesting. Okay, this is really cool. This is really cool. We've got the combo again, so we're just going to go ahead and use the Illusion of Chaos. That's, of course, going to give us the missing piece here. That missing piece being Magician Souls. We have a couple of options here. It's actually quite hard to pick what to put back on the deck. I kind of want to keep Illusion of Chaos to try summon it, but that's probably impractical. I'm going to put it on top of the deck. I did want to try and summon it, but I just don't think it's going to happen. We're going to go for the normal summon rods to see like if we get hand trapped. If we get hand trapped, this could change your line of play, but we're going to assume that we did not, and we're going to grab that Eye of Timaeus. Now Magician Souls is going to put itself in the grave. Obviously, it's going to send DM for cost. I'm just skipping a step because I'm a lazy bitch. Summoning out the DM. You could have played the circle first, guys, but I'm assuming we're playing first, so it's no big deal. We're going to hit that Eye of Timaeus. Going to send the Dark Magi. Well, it targets for cost, but once again, I'm skipping a step. I'm speeding it up. Now, what's interesting here is if we linked Rod into Artemis, we could do some jank stuff, but I'll show you that in the next test hand, maybe. So, based on how weird this test hand is, maybe it is Dark Magicians. I'm going to give it a shot. We'll just go the Dark Magicians just to mix it up if anything. Alright, we go circle. I'm just going to draw top 3 and then we'll reorder them. Alright, cool. I'm going to add the Dark Burning Magic to my hand and then put the other 2 on top of the deck. So we're going to go top of the deck Illusion of Chaos and then top of the deck Skill Drain, which is now going to trigger Dark Magicians, and we'll draw the Skill Drain. We can set it immediately. It doesn't really matter. Let's just set it immediately for the sake of it. What's cool is while Dark Burning Magic's normally a brick, if Dark Magicians gets popped, we can then just flip this, which is really cool. The sad thing about Secrets of Dark Magic is maybe I should have made Dragon Knight, because then we could have actually used Secrets, and here we can't really use Secrets. But Dark Magicians got us the Skill Drain, so you got to take it with a grain of salt. Like, it's hard to know which path is going to be better. I would say we would just set these, and we would probably just pass turn. Alright, we're getting to test hand number 3. Alright, it's still pretty good, I want to say. Illusion of Chaos is going to help us a lot here. Slap him down, grab us a Rod. The card we're going to want to put back here is probably DMG, because keeping Illusion of Chaos kind of good, I hear. Terraforming could grab us a couple of things here. I think it's got to be Salvation. Village would be really cool. Depends on the matchup. Village could be nice. I'm just going to go straight for the Salvation. I'm going to put the Eternal Soul here next to the Salvation. We're going to normal the Rod. We're going to go for that effect. We probably want to just grab Circle here to be safe. We could grab Eye of Timaeus, obviously, and then make a big fusion. Yeah, actually, you probably still can. I think it's just safer to go for the Circle. I think we go for the Circle here. Alright, we're going to activate Circle. 1, 2, 3. Nothing to add, unfortunately. Really wish we could add DM monsters. It would have been nice, Konami. It would have been nice. Yeah, unfortunately, we're just going to have to put these back. I'm going to put Ash first because I already have one. And we've already used Illusion of Chaos, so we're just at the point here where we are going to summon out the souls by sending the Dark Magician to the graveyard. Because we're not doing the Eye of Timaeus play. Unfortunately, we have shuffled the deck now, but we are going to Magician Souls away the Salvation. Okay, Dueling Book has frozen. And we're back. Alright, all of that just happened at one time, but Magician Soul sent Salvation, and we drew Rod, which isn't the best draw, unfortunately. So, not a lot is happening here. Can we make a magicalized play? We can, but we would lose our 1 Dark Magician then, so it's probably not worth it. I don't agree with this, but I guess you could play 2 Dark to make this play more valid. You could do something like linking into Dark Charmer here, but I disagree. I think the best thing to do is just turn Magician's Rod into Artemis and just pass. You could turn this into Link Karibo if you wanted, but I don't think it's too big a deal. Anyway, let's reset the deck and I'll try to show you the play like for going second, alright? this hand might not get there. Actually, it probably still can. Let's go ahead and activate terraforming. This is going to grab our salvation because we want the extra card here. If you don't know what I mean by extra card, you're about to find out. We're going to go for the salvation here, which will set the eternal soul once again. I'm just going to keep putting it in that same zone so you guys know where it is. I'm going to put it right next to salvation, okay? Yeah, we can't get to the play that I want because we need to summon DM and have I to get where I want to go, but that's okay. We're going to summon salvation. Sorry, we're going to summon Magician Souls. We're going to go for a draw. Our opponent might respond, and then we're going to chain the Soul Servant here, and that is going to let us grab Rod, which is mucho gusto. We're going to normal summon Mr. Rod and say effective Rod. We could add secrets here to fuse on the opponent's turn. I don't mind that at all, actually. That might actually be really hot, but I do think Circle's just better here. Yeah, I think we have to go for Circle. Let's go for a Circle. And pray that it hits. 1, 2. Oh my god, that's big. It's not big yet. Okay, we're getting Bonds, and we're probably just going to put Illusion of Chaos on top. Bonds would be so good if we could summon DM here, but we couldn't really afford to do it, unfortunately. Once again, we're probably just going to link away for Artemis and pass. I know it's not everyone's favorite play, but that's how it be. Oh, we still have an extra draw, don't we? We do. So yeah, I stacked these the wrong way then. I forgot we had that extra draw. So we did have the Banished Soul Servant draw 1. So ideally we'd want to draw the Called By instead, and I'll show you why. Because we've already used Illusion of Chaos this turn, haven't we? Wait, no, we haven't used Illusion of Chaos. Well, you could use Illusion of Chaos, but I'm pretty set on just Eternal Soul Circle and then just setting Called By the Grave and having the Ash Blossom to back it up. Alright, we're going to reset the deck again and hope I can get like the going second Master of Chaos play. Oh, yeah, this does it. This does it. It's an interesting hand, but this definitely does it. Let's have some fun with this hand. This hand looks great. So Illusion of Chaos gets revealed. We're going to grab Rod. No surprises there. Because of this interesting hand, we will put Illusion of Chaos on top of the deck. We will then summon out the Dark Magician by sending this boy to the grave. You should probably normal Rod first in case you get hand trapped, because then you're probably going to change what you should do Rod first. So let's say you get hand trapped here. Well, yeah, you're probably going to want to summon Magician Souls instead of DM. So anyway, we're going to go for Eye of Timaeus because it's searchable. Yeah, baby. Man, I really hope they would do this, but you know it's Konami and they just will not. Alright, then we've got the Magician Souls, which is going to be sending the fat DM. Or sorry, summoning the fat DM. I apologize, young femboy DM. I didn't mean to offend you. We're going to use Eye of Timaeus on him. I know I sent him already, but I'm just doing it to be quick. So in this case, we could summon... Oh no, I forgot a step. So in this case, yeah, we can summon out the Master of Chaos, and his effect says, when this card's fusion summoned, target a light or dark in the grave, and summon it. So we could go for Magician Souls here. It wouldn't be the worst thing that's happened, but based on our hand, we are going to grab back DM. So what's going to happen here is Rod is going to tribute itself for Artemis. Fantastic. We can now actually activate the effect of the Master, tributing a light and a dark to nuke the field. Now, it's kind of up to you here what you want to tribute. You could argue you want to keep the DM for the secrets play, but you also have the magicalized. So there's a lot of weird stuff going on here. It does suck that this is still like a 3-card kind of 2-card kind of combo just to get to a board wipe. I know a board wipe's pretty good, but they're probably going to have an interruption for it's what I'm saying. But anyway, the point is we would definitely have to tribute Artemis. And I'm going to say you want to tribute the Master, unfortunately. So yeah. See how this card says when this fusion summon card is destroyed by battle or card effect, target a spell and add it to hand. Imagine if this is on tribute as well. It would be like Kaiju proof and it would work with its own effect. That would be so smart. But Konami aren't that smart, unfortunately. So anyway, you can see we've just done a whole bunch of shit and we've probably wiped the opponent's board, or they've activated a negate, which is highly likely. And we've actually filled up the bin with how many spellcasters? That's 4 with different names. So let's say that they did negate the Master of Chaos or whatever, and none of that resolved, but obviously he still tributed himself for cost. We do have the cheeky magicalized fusion here, which is quite nice. And we do have 5 named spellcasters, including the DM on the field, so that's pretty hot. Another thing we can do is just simply go into battle phase, swing for 25 with DM. I can't go to battle phase because I've clicked end phase. But anyway, you could go into battle phase, attack with DM, and you can play down the secrets, get rid of the fat DM, go into Illusion of Chaos, attack again. It's not game. I know it's only 4,600 damage, but it's half their LP, hopefully. And Illusion of Chaos has a really good on-field effect. Obviously, you got 5 spellcasters in there, so maybe you would even want to do this first before battle phase and then just drop the Magicalized. And unfortunately, you do have to banish DM here, but you do get to banish like the whole squad, so it's kind of worth. It's an anime play, right? It's a big unga bunga anime play. It's hype. People will enjoy it. And you go Quintet and just blow the field and have a great time. So anyway, I've made a little Dark Magician deck in case Eye of Timaeus does get errated and is searchable. So this deck is only really available in the world where, you know, it's searchable. So this deck list has got Apprentice, and we've got Triple Ash, and the 1 DMG. Now, Apprentice is still in here because I do like it as an optional search target off Illusion of Chaos if you've already opened up Rod and Magician Souls. Now, Rod and Magician Souls are still your 2-card Dragoon, even without Anaconda, even without Ref. You're just going to summon the Rod Search Eye. Souls is going to summon DM. And there you go. It's still a 2-card combo. It doesn't put Dark Magician Girl in the grave. So yes, guys, Soul Servant gets a lot worse, which is what I've been saying for ages when people complain and scream and go, oh, we need Anaconda ban. And I'm like, guys, you realize this card gets a lot worse with Anaconda ban, but you'll figure it out eventually, I guess. 3 Nibiru. Now, while this hand trap is not the best in the current format, you kind of need to play blowout hand traps in this deck. So I figured Ash is the most generic and Nibiru is the most impactful. So here's 3 of each. DM at 2, I still think this is a good ratio. I know a lot of people thought we were playing 2 because of Ref, but no, we're playing 2 just in general. It's just, you don't want to see this card, and, you know, you kind of got to play 2 because it's DM, but if I could get away with 1, I'd probably play 1. 2 Illusion of Chaos. Once again, we have the 3 prep, so it's kind of like we have 5 copies. And of course, Illusion of Chaos is an additional copy of Rod, Souls, and Apprentice. And yes, you can search DM and DMG, but you pretty much never will. 1 Bonds with the Dark Burning Magic. Bit of a controversial take, but I figure if we go down a more pure Dark Magician route in future, we have Eye Searchable, we can start playing 1 of text. You'll notice a lot of the Dark Magician spells and traps work very good at 1 and nothing more. I've got 1 Bonds, 1 Dark Burning, which will search off the Bonds, 1 Circle, which is very standard for me, 1 Salvation. You can definitely cut this, but it's here. 1 Secrets, 1 Eye of Timaeus, because it is searchable in this version of the build, right? Where we're theorizing that it gets the errata, but I do doubt that that will happen. But anyway, the point is, all those DM cards are at 1. Soul Servant will play at 3 because it's the best Dark Magician card. Even though we're not going to get the DM Girl in the bin quite as often, it's still very good. I skipped over a bunch of cards, so we still got the 1 Callby. You can cut this if you want, but it's here. 1 Magicalize. I am still playing Anaconda because I do think Magicalize plays are still good, so it's there if you want it for a cheeky play. Reborn could definitely cut this. Just like that, it's so versatile. It can revive a bunch of our really strong boss monsters. Prep, yep, we've been over it. 1 Village, which you might think is weird, like why even bother with 1? Well, we've actually got 2 because we've got the Terraforming, and it's here in case, like, this can be a very dead card in a lot of matchups, but this can win you any game where they have an adventure engine, so it's here at 2, and if you see it, fantastic. If you don't see it, I don't know, shit your pants, it's fine. If Terraforming, like, into Village is dead, you can hopefully Terraforming into Salvation. If that's dead, just side all 3 of these out for something else. So yeah, Terraforming's kind of self-explanatory. 1 Secrets, yeah, I don't love this card, but it's definitely fine. It's definitely fine at 1. Soul Servant, best card. Eye of Timaeus, obviously searchable here. Upstart at 1. This card is still phenomenal in the deck, and it always will be while we play Soul Servant and Circle. This card is just going to be good. Eternal Soul at 1. I still am a big believer of it at 1. Skill Drain at 3. I know some people probably want to play other Floodgates, but I just figure Skill Drain's the best one. And yes, it does kind of contradict Dark Magician the Dragon Knight, but I think it's fine. It's just such a good card. Alright, let's get into the cards that didn't make the extra deck cut first, because I think that's more interesting. So, Amulet Dragon. While this card can be really good against Sky Striker, you know what else is really good against Sky Striker? Just Dragoon. Just Dragoon, guys, is really good, and Village. So, you can play the Amulet if you want. I just really don't think it's that relevant. It's basically an older, shitter version of Dark Magician the Dragon Knight, right? So, it's, in my opinion, you just don't bother. But, if you wanted to play it, go ham. Dark Cavalry. This is the Duel Links freaking master pick. This card has wrecked Duel Links for so long. I don't know if it still is, but it's probably out of date now. But yeah, this card can be summoned quite easily in Duel Links because there's a lot of weird warriors you can play that are like stall cards. I don't know what warrior you would play to summon this, so that's why we've got Eye of Timaeus. So you could, in theory, play this, I just don't think it's that great. It's kind of like a really shit Dragoon. So I wouldn't bother. In Duel Links, sure, it's great because there's no Dragoon or Dragon Knight. In TCG, I don't think you bother, guys. Oh my god, you don't understand how much I love this card. I used to try so hard to summon this and then summon Mirage Knight out and win games with it. Oh, it's so cool, so anime. Dark Flare Knight needs to get a retrain because I absolutely adore this card. Look at the artwork, it's just beautiful. A fusion of Dark Magician and the Flame Swordsman, like a match made in heaven. Yugioh friendship. I know Yugioh got a way better fusion in the form of Dragoon, but this is just iconic. And man, Mirage Knight needs a rework too. For those who don't know what Mirage Knight is, it's this card here, and it's summoned when Dark Flare Knight is destroyed. So when Dark Flare Knight's destroyed by battle, only by battle of course, because it's an old card, it's very specific, and sent to the graveyard, you get to special summon Mirage Knight from hand or deck. And this card says, when it battles, it just gains the other monster's attack, original attack during the damage calc. So that's it. It just gains the opposing monster's attack, original attack. Like, it's not that great. But back in 2002, they were like, this is going to be broken. We have to make it really hard to summon, really specific. And during the end phase, if this card attacked or was attacked, banish it. Like, they just did not want us to abuse this, even though it never would have been abused. It's also really cool because it's kind of like a Dark Magician Knight, but in a golden armor, and it's got a scythe. Like, it's sick. I would love a retrain of this. Please, Konami, retrain my man, the Dark Flare Knight and Mirage Knight into Links, maybe? Dark Magician Links, maybe? Come on, Konami, do something cool with it. Anyway, onto the extra deck. We got Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight, Dark Paladin. Yeah, you probably don't have to play this, but I thought a lot of y'all would appreciate it being in there. The Master of Chaos. I do think this card's way better in this build because of how easily you can summon it. And when it's easy to summon, like 2-card combo, this card's actually very good. Especially because we're still playing Artemis. So, like, in theory, Rod and Magician Souls. You can link Rod away into Artemis, and then Magician Souls out DM. Rod would have searched I have Timaeus, the Dark Magician. And Kapow, you've got the board wipe because Artemis is on your field. So I really dig that. That's really cool. And you can summon back that Dark Magician as well. 2 Dragoons still because it's Dragoon. It's the best fusion we have, so we're going to max out on it. I did put Quintet in here, but you probably don't have to play this. I like it as a backup Magicalize, like Unga Bunga play to seal the game. You don't have to play it. I like it. The Dark Magicians, it's one of our most consistent fusions, I reckon. Like with Secrets, you're probably going to make this a lot of the time. This card can generate advantage through, you know, just continuously drawing you cards, but the problem is it needs to stick around for a while to get that, so it's a bit of an investment card that has a big payoff if it sticks around. It's way better with I have Timaeus, let me say that. Now that there's like a 2-card way to summon it, great. It's a lot better than a 3-card way to summon. So we've still got access code with Selene, with Dark. The whole Link Climb army is right there. BLS, because it's a big boy if you need it. Probably cut this for just some generic Link stuff as well. We've got the Anaconda at 1, just because we're still playing that Magicalize. I think it's still cool to play 1 Anaconda. I'm Doc is a good card, and, you know, it works so well with DM. Link Spider's in the same boat, where it just helps you recycle those DMs. And Artemis, of course, to get Rod into the graveyard when you don't really have much else to do. Plus, it's a light spellcaster, which is very good for your boy, Master of Chaos. Alright, that covers the deck, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you enjoyed the test hands. Have yourself a lovely night.